Welcome back to Tag Happy VR. Today we're going to be checking out VRigade 2 on the App Labs. Now, if you are old or new around here, thanks for stopping by. I do appreciate those views, those likes, those comments, and especially those subscriptions. Now, don't forget, I am still doing a giveaway. This is the March 2022 giveaway. I got 2 keys for Squingle that the devs have given me to pass out to you folks out there. All you got to do is comment, subscribe, comment, get your name out there onto my channel so I can see you, for you to go into the draw to win one of those keys. And I will be uploading a video early next month. That's April, with the winners announced. So definitely keep an eye out for that one. Anyway, let's jump on into VRigade 2 on the Quest App Labs and work out whether this one should be a part of your collection. So welcome to the menu system. We're just in a cop's office. I'm clearly a detective. Got the sign in front of me. We've got some controls above my hands telling me how I can use and play the game. This is it. We've got a lot going on, to be honest. You know, this is a game. Time Attack's a game, just so you know. Story modes, you got kind of 3 levels, and this is progression. I feel like I've done more. I haven't done these ones, but I can definitely feel like I've done more of those ones. I'm not too sure. Maybe those dots imply... Ah, they are. Okay, that's very hard to read that text, okay? But these are your different levels here along the way. Anyway, let's just quickly jump into settings. That's what I usually like to do first. One thing I don't like is you don't have the option for audio. I can't adjust the audio level, so I'm going to just try and speak as loud as I can, and hopefully my voice comes across the gameplay. Online comms. Oh, online comms. Is that the... when you're listening to other people in the game? I don't know. So I had issues when I was playing with my partner on multiplayer. We're in the same room, and the microphone in the game was obviously relaying the information between our headsets, but we could physically hear each other, and there was like a delay of the microphones by half a second to second. Super annoying. Maybe online comms sorts that out. I'm not too sure. Anyway, it would be cool if it just said online microphone. I don't know. Anyway, I'll have to experiment with that. B-Haptics, OWO, ProTube VR, fantastic. I love the game. I love how this game has put the effort to bring those kind of third-party VR accessories into it. You know, I think that's great. The gun angle, it feels very natural to me, to be honest. I played a few VR shooters and that feels very natural. It's an arcade shooter. I just like auto reload, but you can do manual. Okay, you got your 6 different levels. Okay, story mode, time attack, and you got your 4 different levels. These are pretty intense. I'm not gonna lie, man. Like rookie and cadet, that's hell is next level. We're gonna have a look at some of them very, very quickly. Before you jump into levels, though, you can purchase extra weapons, lives, laser sights to kind of help you out along the way. Okay, I haven't experimented with weapon skins. I guess a weapon skin, or maybe, I don't know if it's just for looks, or maybe. You've got the progress bar here, which obviously I've just worked out purely because I just managed to read what those were saying. Okay, I mean, there could be some cleaning up here. They're quite jaggy, some of the graphics here. You got global, friendly fire. I mean, I see this, but to me it doesn't make too much sense. Stats, this is always empty, I'm not too sure. I don't believe there's an international leaderboard in any regards. I don't know, to be honest. Online here is multiplayer, just so you know. Building into multiplayer is simple. You effectively create a room name, and then you tell your mate to connect to the same room name, and bam, they pop up in front of you. You select a level, and then bam, you're inside that level together. Super easy. Okay, some games make multiplayer difficult. I like it how they've done that. All right, anyway, let's just kind of jump into something here. Make sure I'm kind of centered in the room. Let's just kind of recenter myself. All right, let's just kind of go into...
Antonio Montoya is back in action. We know where he is and what to look for to put him in jail. Be careful. He is fully armed, and he is dangerous, and he is mad. We have a window of 7 minutes to catch him in his suburban mansion.
All right, excellent. All right, so I'm just going to go rookie in this, and then we're going to go to some other levels. I'm not going to do a full level here. Once you select on your level, you hit go. I'm not going to get any weapons. Okay, I'm going to do that a bit later on. All right, let's go. Bam! All right, here we go. Whew! Booting up, booting up, booting up. We got 7 minutes to kind of boost my way through this level. What's going on? Gotcha.
It's like a green mushroom.
Where's he coming from? Oh, he got me. Huh.
I got lucky there, man. I'm standing up. This is rookie level, man. You hit the bottom flat button. What's that? That's the X. Yeah, what is that? That's the X-ray to reload. All right, let's just shoot this way. You get to select your path. Whew, that's an intense introduction. You can kind of shoot away your scenery as well. Which way? I gotta. All right, take cover.
Slow motion. Use it. Extra life.
Yeah, mate. Just like.
You have to kill all the bad guys to continue.
Well, fun guys, always one guy tucked around here. Come on, mate. You weren't gonna pop out. Your boss is gonna get you anyway. Whew, so far so good. As you can see, man, oh damn.
This one will not get more problems.
Oh damn.
Go forward to the shooting gallery.
Oh shit! Everyone's coming from everywhere. How's this guy still alive?
And you can move on.
One more. Gotcha. Oh, I shot the arrow by accident. Oh. I don't know how much you can see of me here, man. You gotta duck down a lot at times. Alright, now to get out of a game, I do find this a little annoying. There's no way. I'm not too sure. So you gotta die to kind of get out of the game. Now, I got one life left. I need to just die. Okay, I'm out. Done. Game over. Alright. It would be cool to have these bullets just go fractions slower if you really need to kind of go. Now, just so you know, these little angels wings allow you to boot back into the level where you left off. It costs you £200, but we're not going to do that, okay? I'm going to go back to the office here, and you can obviously just go retry and just start the game again as well. Overall, man, the game feels pretty complete. The VR mechanics are good, the shooting's good. You know, I played some games when you get too close to the walls and the game just freaks out. Sniper Elite, as an example, is this one here. You really got to, like, they've programmed it so your head's right next door to it, and if you go into a wall, then it tells you. Sniper Elite, it was kind of terrible in that regard. Without even thinking about it, you would be in a wall. Which is why I keep saying the game feels complete. Let's quickly go into time attack mode. Let's do Genesis. World War Z, that's a zombie one, that's intense. Yeah, you know what, I'm going to give that a crack.
Cut off their comms in a worrying way. Go there and find out what happened.
I'm going to do Cadet. Okay, I'm definitely going to select this bad boy here. And I want a laser sight. Okay, Cadet, done, we're off. Alright. Whew! I get my ass smoked in this game, so I don't know how far I'm going to get. Legit, it's intense. It's just so... So it always happens. I can't reload in time, and you can't kind of whack him. It was 300 credits. I got 57, I guess. Dude, that wasn't even hell. That was like a debt. Oh. Anyway, if I make it through that scene, I haven't made it through yet. You kind of move on to different areas. Let's just quickly jump into Genesis here. Okay. Let's do hell. Let's just see what that's like. Oh, man. Oh, damn. What's going on? We gotta... I want that weapon.
Everyone else is dead. You're alone.
Oh, he got me.
My grandma would shoot better.
My grandma would shoot better. This guy never gives me any positive reinforcement. Do a better job. You saw, oh, man.
And that was the last shot.
That was it. I'm out. Oh, man. You gotta take cover big time.
Next time, use your coins to buy some advantages.
Sure, mate. There we go. That was how. As you can see, I mean, it gets super hard. You got to really duck down and dive and things like that. Now, you know, hang on, let's just call it tag. All right. Now, you can get through these levels, okay? It's not impossible. Okay, I've just kind of gone into some of these harder ones at the higher levels just to show you how difficult it can be. But insofar as the rookie, you know, story mode, I've busted through all of them and it wasn't too difficult. Cadet definitely lifts it. Veteran, it lifts it, okay? If you really want to get good at this game, you got to put some practice and skill set into it. Anyway, that was Crisis Brigade 2. Let's just jump on out and have a quick wrap up.
That was Crisis Brigade 2. Do you like it? Do you want to get it? Do you have it? Put some questions below, put some comments below. Maybe I can answer, maybe the community can answer, maybe the developers, if they happen to walk past, can answer. And don't forget, if you do comment, you do go on the draw to win. Squingle, I got 2 copies to give away. So big shout out to the Squingle developers for giving me those 2 copies to pass on to the VR community. Now, overall, this is a solid game, okay? And I don't know why it's really not on the Quest store yet. So, because it is solid. Now, it's not, I don't feel like it's fully polished, okay? And this is the second iteration from these developers. They had another one, you know, version 1, and this is now number 2. You can definitely see the progression they've made along the way, and I'm super excited as to whether they're going to take number 2 or eventually release a number 3. I think this type of game design and how you interact in VR has its place, and there's not really many out there like that, okay? So I think there's definitely a bright future for these developers with kind of continuing on with this brand per se. There's a couple things that kind of bugged me about it. One was the complexity of the menu. It kind of felt like it was splashed onto the screen. I'm a big fan of just only being able to see what you need to see when you need to see it, and then a simple back button along the way. Now, anyone kind of new going to VR, and I'm trying to introduce them, but just generally speaking, anyone new coming in and they see a screen with so much information around them at the same time, they don't know what they're going to be doing. You know, there's 6 games in this one, but it's not clearly laid out. You're gonna hit here to load up the next 3, and then people are like, do I select the guns now? I suppose I select them now, but then what happens? And then the multiplayer is called online, as opposed to, you know, most games just call it multiplayer. So, you know, for someone like myself, it's a bit easier to work out because I'm more familiar with an array of menu systems. But more so, people just coming into VR, they're going to get confused. And in saying that, why would anyone want to create a complicated interface for a game? It should be as simple as possible. In fact, any interface for any computer software, it should always be aiming to be as simple as possible without overwhelming or bewildering people into thinking, what information do I need to see when I need to see it? Anyway, enough of that. I did find there is a small bug when I'm loading up the game and I do select my weapons and I spend 300, 400, 500 in-game credits that the game then just crashes. Okay, it's super frustrating because when I go back into the game, my credits are gone, I don't have any weapons and things like that. So I'm super bummed about that, and I hope that can be resolved over time. Insofar as any sort of other bugs, I can't really think of anything. Everything else kind of worked well, which is why I go back to saying this is a solid game. However, lacks a little bit of polish. As another example here with the polish, you are playing multiplayer, and there's 3 ways in which you can play multiplayer. One is with another person in the same room, what me and my partner do. One is with myself and mates overseas, and the third way is myself and a random stranger overseas. Now, if I'm playing with a random stranger, I'm not doing party mode, so I'm using the game microphone in doing so, and that's fine, it works fine, it does the job. However, when I'm playing with my mate, we've got the party mode across the Quest platform going. So when we're jumping in and out of games and working between different environments, we can always stay in communication and have a chat. In this particular game, you can't turn off the internal microphone for multiplayer. So in that instance, we'd have to go out of party mode, stop the party mode for this particular game, go back and then carry on with Crisis Brigade 2 and use the internal microphone. Now, it would be cool if you could just turn that off. And in one instance where there's no solution to any of this except having them making the function of you being able to turn it off is when me and my partner are playing and we're in the same room. I can hear her talking. Okay, so I hear her talking in real life, and then half a second later, the game repeats what she says. Super annoying. So it would be cool if they just put a microphone in there, a switch which we can just turn that off. The other thing would be I'm a big fan of VR mechanics, and I say it a lot. We're playing VR, you want to be engaging your body as much as you can in the game you're playing. I love that, and I think they've done a good job in that regard. However, this is not so much of a downfall of the game, by no means, okay? It's very tiring. Crouching down, standing, leaning to the left, crouching down, leaning to the right, crouching down. Okay, it's okay for like maybe half an hour, etc., 40 minutes. But then after that, man, it's just like, whoo, my toes are getting sore, my knees getting grazed up. It would be cool, and not just for me, for people who also aren't as mobile, just generally speaking, or are always having to sit down anyway when they play, is to have a button that allows you to crouch and stand, okay? Like, for example, Jurassic Park Aftermath, you know, they don't have the option for you to physically kind of bend down and work, you know, like this particular game does, in the sense of it kind of just working, but they have a button that allows you to kind of crouch in the game. And I think it wouldn't go, maybe they do, maybe I've missed the button, I don't know, but it would be cool to have a crouch button in a particular game. Okay, insofar as the graphics, they're solid but not polished. Okay, insofar as the art design, they're solid but not polished. Okay, I'm not a fan of having the black lines around the characters. I feel like it makes them stand out from the environment too much. But once again, it's solid. I don't want to take away from the fact that you can tell a lot of hard work has gone into this particular game. So I just want to say a big shout out to the devs again. Now, as you're moving between the environments, I personally wasn't a fan of it kind of pulsing in and out and having a line. However, when my partner was playing, we're playing a multiplayer, she was like, oh, I quite like how they do this. She's more susceptible to motion sickness. So she was like the fact that it didn't, you know, she wasn't kind of being warped or you know, floating through the environment. She liked it how it kind of just kind of pulsed in and out. So for her, that was a bonus. For me, not so much. Okay, but once again, this is kind of personal taste rolling in here. Anyway, overall, this is a great game, and I'd love to see it kind of make it to the Quest platform. If you like it, even if you don't want to buy it, you know, if you do like it, definitely buy it. I recommend it. But even if you think, oh, I don't want to buy it, maybe give them a shout out, tell your friends about it, say, I saw this cool game, maybe you'll like it. Can I help these small-time developers out? They put a lot of effort and hard work to try and make it into the main Quest store, and I think this team definitely deserves more attention. Anyway, I'm Tag Happy VR. Don't forget to comment, subscribe, comment for your chance to win Squingle. I'll be announcing that early next month. Keep an eye out for that video, and below in the description is a link to some groovy Tag Happy merch. Till next time.